the news because there's a couple toy pickups. Maybe
Yeah,
we can kind of nice
we'll
transition from this.
Sure.
Or not pickups, but releases.
Yeah.
And let me add this here. Let me pop this open. Boom! Right there, right at the gate. So we just had this announced. We, Anraku, Ansaku, all the big Vinyl Wars EX lottery exclusives, but we got a new one. We got a Godzilla 55, the Guignol version, the puppet version of that. So this is the first 55, the Gakushu Goji, that we've seen, and I love it. You can kind of see the teeth.
Right.
They're prominent. Obviously, is like makes the everybody thinks of the 55 in the teeth. But they did kind of a base color here, and it's the similar size, everything. In the lottery, like all the Medicom lotteries, they run from the 24th of a month to the 10th of the next. So in about 11 days from the time we're recording this, the lottery opens up for this guy. And it's to be able to win the lottery and get them for $115 or whatever. It's ridiculous. So, but I'm so glad. I mean, look on my bingo card, I did not have Godzilla 55 puppet version on there. So this is a totally out of left field for me, but I'm glad they did it. Something different as opposed to just another slight color variation on an existing sculpt. So really cool stuff. I was really excited to see this.
I think the puppet version lends itself to Anraku's style as well. So
100%.
Hey, everything they do I think is perfect. This is toy line of the year. I love this. I love this fucking toy. This is great.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just really excited that they're open to doing some more things outside. I mean, I say that, and that's not even fair because they just gave us the Space Godzilla, which is totally new. And that lottery, I hopefully they'll announce those winners here shortly. But I think that this is just, like I said, I think it's just cool that they're doing something that was not expected.
Yeah.
So really cool stuff. Everybody go put your names in for the lottery when it opens up in a couple weeks. And hopefully everybody that listens to the show wins one of these.
Yeah.
And okay, so the next thing. So this is kind of cool. So, one thing that we know is every month there's a freaking Marusan Kaiju Salon pop-up shop, and we get lots of exclusives. They did some lotteries for some 450s here, and they did some lucky bags, and they also did some secret colors. And I think that they did some really good work here. So first off, on the 450, these were all of these were lotteries. I believe all of them. They did another 74 450, so that's the big guy. But they did this kind of like light blue, almost like old school Marasani type colorway there. Looks great. They did 2 new jets. They did one that was purely clear and then one that was Aurora, so clear with the cellophane inside. That's the one, the not professional picture that you see there.
Yeah.
And that had a couple of different eye variations. That looks spectacular. I have the clear with glitter. This is the clear. It's still painted, but there's nothing inside of it. And then they also did pre-stuff some with cellophane. There's a little typo here. The Ghidorah is actually a 350. I put in 450 because it was a lottery. I should have denoted that. But they did another one of their kind of translucent, this with a kind of a red and gold glitter for the Ghidorah that looks great. That colorway, that kind of red gold glitter, they extended and they actually did a 350 Titanosaurus and Varan as well. And those were in the lucky bag. So you'll see those on the bottom row, Titanosaurus first and the Varan fourth, the one that's once again not a professional picture. They released a new Megalon, and it was done in the kind of the old Bullmark colorway style, kind of an homage to the original, Bullmark paint jobs there. You've seen this guy in the little Irasawa, the Iwakura Bullmark minis that they do, this colorway for Megalon, but this is the official 350 release. And they did that black and copper kind of cool looking thing that they've done for a few different monsters. They're going to do Varan as well in 350. And those were all part of the lucky bag. But because I know some people that know some people that know some people, I was able to get a sneak peek at the secret color, which was for an 89. So obviously important to me. And this is this wacky blue and purple and green thing on the end, which is just beautiful. But just all over the place. I love it. So I was able to secure one of those. So for those counting at home, that will be number 85, I think.
Whoa.
We'll have 4 more to
close.
go. And I have another one I know that's coming out that I'll get. So I have 86 on the books, but won't have them in hand for a while. But yeah, so I think this was a really cool pop-up shop and actually had a lot more new like really new colorways than we've had in the last few pop-up shops. And I think the Jet Jaguar clear with the cellophane, the Aurora, stole the show for me.
For sure. It's beautiful. I mean, all of these are beautiful, but it's the best one.
Yeah. And like I said, that's a great sculpt. Like I'm looking at the 450 clear glitter right now, and it's so well done. I really like their jets. The last bit of toy news goes over to X Plus, and they had a couple really cool releases, I thought. And I, with all the festivals and everything happening, like they've been releasing so much. I wasn't expecting kind of not an out of nowhere, but just kind of like not tied to any exclusive event. But they are doing this ahead or a crawling version, the crawling landing version, which is about 6 inches tall but 15 inches long. So it's big. And that's something that's going to be on pre-order in the US right now on the US Rick site. So we can go get this right now. And it's supposed to be shipped around November. So really cool stuff there. That was neat. The one that really I love is this total kaiju attack set of Zazan and Takong. And I absolutely love this set. I think it's really cool because these are the two monsters battling in the first episode of Return of Ultraman. But this, unfortunately, right now, this is not available on the US site. But I think these are cool. These are kind of that 25 centimeter scale, that 25 centimeter scale. So like, 10 inches tall ish, but very, very cool. And then the last one that they released was from Ultraman. So they have X Plus has the Ultra 5000 series, which are these smaller, 17 centimeter ish, 6-7 inch tall pieces for kind of like the Toho Maniac series, but for Ultra Kaiju. And they did one here for Coronia, the blood sucking plant monster that is coming out. And these are great because these are like $50 to $60 price points. And they're really well done, X Plus quality in that kind of 6-7 inch scale. So those were the big releases from X Plus.
I mean, good stuff. X Plus always killing it, dude.
Yeah, I think the Zazan and Takong in the middle, I think the unpainted prototypes are at one of the recent Wonderfest or Superfest ones. I think we saw it in the whatever the one was that had like all the Ultra Q, Ultraman, Ultra 7.
Pretty
like
recent. Yeah. Very recent.
That was really cool. So yeah, that was kind of it on the toy front, aside from 1,000 other things that didn't make our cut, but there's a ton out there
right.
that are really cool. And I'm sure the moment we hang up from this, like 6 more things will be
of course
announced.